African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command in combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation as of June 22, 2025. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces improved the position along the forward edge, defeated concentrations of manpower and equipment of 5 mechanized, airborne assault brigades, an airborne assault and 4 assault regiments of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a Territorial Defense Brigade, as well as the Special Forces Detachment Khimera of the GUR in the areas of the settlements of Pavlovka, Andriivka, Khotin, Zapsali, Novaya Sich, Yablanovka, Besilovka, Kondratovka, Sadki, and Rizevka in the Sumy region. That the Ukrainian armed forces lost over 240 servicemen, 3 combat armored vehicles, 3 cars, 4 field artillery guns, an electronic warfare station, and a warehouse of material. As a result of active and decisive actions by units of the West Military Group, the village of Petrovskoye in the Kharkov region was liberated. Formations of 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Territorial Defense Brigade, and a border detachment of the Ukrainian Border Service were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Gorkovatka, Novaya Krebliakovka, Peskanoy, Kupiansk in the Kharkov region, and Kirovsk in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost up to 210 servicemen, a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 6 pickup trucks, 4 electronic warfare stations, and 3 ammunition depots. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their tactical position. They defeated the manpower and equipment of 4 mechanized, motorized infantry, mountain assault, airmobile brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the Territorial Defense Brigade, and the Special Forces Brigade Azov in the areas of the settlements of Seversk, Slavyansk, Kelniki, Semenovka, Belokuzmanovka, Ilyanovka, Dadlivka, Kramatorsk, Klebenbyk, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian armed forces lost more than 140 servicemen, an armored combat vehicle, an artillery piece, and 5 vehicles. 3 ammunition depots and a supply depot were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. They defeated the formations of 8 mechanized, mountain assault, 2 airborne assault brigades, a brigade of unmanned systems of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 2 brigades of Marines and a National Guard brigade in the areas of the settlements of Petrovskoye, Daknoy, Novopavlovka, Lenina, Krasnoarmeysk, and Novotoretskoye of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to more than 500 servicemen, 2 Cossack armored vehicles, 3 pickups, and 4 field artillery pieces, including a British-made 155mm as 90 self-propelled artillery unit. Units of the East Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defenses and, as a result of successful actions, completed the liberation of the settlement of Perabudova in the Donetsk People's Republic. The manpower and equipment of the Mechanized Brigade, the Assault Regiment of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and the Marine Brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Novokatskoye, Zeleny Gai, and Chervona Zerka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 195 servicemen, 2 armored combat vehicles, 5 cars, and 2 artillery pieces. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of the Mechanized Brigade, the Coastal Defense Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Stepnogorsk, Kamenskoye, Malaya Tokmachka in the Zaporizhia region, and Antonovka in the Kherson region. Up to 70 servicemen, 9 vehicles, 4 electronic warfare stations, 3 ammunition depots, and 2 supply depots were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces groups damaged the infrastructure of a military airfield, workshops for the production and assembly of strike unmanned aerial vehicles, their storage sites, ammunition and fuel depots, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed forces units and foreign mercenaries in 143 districts. Air defense systems shot down 6 JDAM guided aerial bombs and 2 U.S.-made HIMARS multiple launch rockets, as well as 164 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 663 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 64,846 unmanned aerial vehicles, 611 anti-aircraft missile systems, 24,006 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,572 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 26,486 field artillery pieces and mortars, 37,138 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.